First, the bad news. SAP Business AI won't generate amusing holiday cards, but it will personalize career paths for your people and let you know which suppliers are best, so you can be ready for the next opportunity. Revolutionary technology, real-world results. That's SAP Business AI.
Welcome to the Instagram Stories for Thursday, July 1st. I'm your host, Daniel Hill. Two news things that I want to talk about today. First, I'm pretty sure that we talked about this recently, but just to revisit it, it's kind of popped back up in the news again today. Reverse engineering hacker Alessandro Paluzzi uncovered that Instagram is working on stories for fan clubs, specifically exclusive stories visible only to fan club members. And the keynote here is that it's not possible to take screenshots of exclusive stories. I mentioned this about a week and a half ago or so. He tweeted more recently that Instagram continues to work on the exclusive stories for fan clubs. The exclusive stories icon will be purple to differentiate as opposed to the close friends icon, which is green for stories. I think this is going to be something really powerful to come against OnlyFans. If you have an Instagram and you say, oh, go follow me on OnlyFans and pay me over there, why do you have to do that? It should make sense that you can do everything from one platform. So I definitely think that's going to be a play that Instagram does to keep creators on its platform for monetization purposes. In other news, head of Instagram Adam Mosseri went on his IGTV today to share that Instagram is no longer a photo sharing app. I don't know who really thought of it as a photo sharing app in 2021. Maybe you thought of it that way in 2014, 2015, maybe even 2016, but things have changed so much. He highlighted that there are changes coming to how video works on Instagram, and they're trying to build new features to help you get the most out of your experience in 4 key areas: creators, also known as influencers, video, shopping, and messaging. Here's the clip of him talking about that.
Hey everyone, I thought it would be good to start sharing more about what we're currently working on internally at Instagram, just to give you a sense of what's coming before it comes. Right now, we are trying to build new experiences primarily in 4 areas. The first is creators, and I've talked a lot about creators and trying to help them make a living. And this has to do with the shift in power from institutions to individuals across industries. The second is video. Video is driving an immense amount of growth online for all the major platforms right now, and it's one that I think we need to lean into more. And I'm going to actually talk about that more in a minute. The third is shopping. Now, the pandemic shifted or accelerated the shift of commerce from offline to online by a number of years, and we're trying to lean into that trend. And the fourth is messaging. How people connect with their close friends has changed a lot over the last 5 years or so, and has moved primarily to messaging away from feed and stories products. But today I actually want to talk a bit more about video. And I want to start by saying we're no longer a photo sharing app or a Square photo sharing app. The number one reason people say that they use Instagram in research is to be entertained. So people are looking to us for that. So actually this past week in our internal all hands, I shared a lot about what we're trying to do to lean into that trend, into entertainment and into video. Because let's be honest, there's some really serious competition right now. TikTok is huge, YouTube is even bigger, and there's lots of other upstarts as well. And so people are looking to Instagram to be entertained. There's stiff competition and there's more to do, then we have to embrace that. And that means change. So what you're going to see over the next couple months really is us start to experiment more in the space of what we call recommendations. So showing you things in feed that you may not be following yet. We just started testing an early version of this last week. This week there's a new version that's coming out with topics where you can say which topics you want to see more of or less of. But we're also going to be experimenting with how do we embrace video more broadly. Full screen, immersive, entertaining, mobile first video. And so you'll see us do a number of things or experiment with a number of things in this space over the coming months. Now, we have an idea of where we're going to end up in a half a year or a year's time, but I'm sure things are going to change many times between now and then. This isn't something that we can just do overnight. So you'll see us iterate and try and be very public about what we're doing and why with videos like this one. Anyway, hopefully you'll enjoy it. Peace.
Okay, the biggest takeaway to me from that whole clip was where he talks about trying to improve on the video experience. Because let's be honest, IGTV is not great. It is not an excellent experience the way YouTube is. And I think that's really the biggest area that they're falling down on the job. Second biggest area is the fact that Reels is not as good as TikTok. Let's be honest. So I think those are going to be 2 key areas that I'm going to suggest Instagram work on the most Mark my words, we'll check back on 6 months from now and see whether or not I was right. And now I want to give a huge shout out to Eileen Smith, who has been a tremendous supporter of the show. She has EileenSmith.com, where she hosts a podcast called Ms. Eileen Speaks. She also has BasicBlogTips.com. She's been an absolutely wonderful supporter of this show, and I very much appreciate that kind of support. If you would like to support this show, please go to buymeacoffee.com/IG Stories, and you can support the show as well. Thank you so much for listening. Come back tomorrow. On Fridays, we do Feature Friday, which is where we talk about a feature of the Instagram app that you might have forgotten about or you didn't even know existed. So come back tomorrow for that.